guys, welcome back to my channel. As the title says, you kind of have an idea of what this video is about. I want to disclaim that this is solely my experience, as I've never been fired for basically no reason. This is kind of just my journey in finding myself and not taking things so personally. Before people think that I'm gonna go in on my ex-boss, you might want to maybe watch somebody else, because I don't want there to be drama. I don't want to feel guilty about posting this video later on in life. I don't want it to creep up on me when I'm older or, someone, whatever. Just wanted to disclaim that before I got into this. So, I'm just gonna get right into it. I got fired and it was literally such a shock. I've never had an employer fire me in the ways that I was fired. I've never had an employee fire me, period. I guess the pandemic, I got laid off, but I was not fired for actions of mine or something that I did or behaved. I never been fired like that. I'm grateful that hasn't happened, but when it did, oh my goodness. It was crazy. So how I got fired was basically the boss told me face to face that they no longer need me. And I guess in the ways that it was said, I still didn't understand what he was trying to say, because I literally thought he was letting me go early, go home early. And no, I'm no longer employed here. And once I got that understanding, I was just why? Why? I've been here for 4 months and I have a name tag. It's been past the 90 days where there's that time where they kind of just feel you out. And I thought things were going well. I did make mistakes here and there, but I've tried very, very hard to take their criticisms in a healthy way and not take it personally, because that was my struggle, with them. I would take things so personal, read way too much into it, overthink it, that, oh, I made a mistake, they're gonna fire me. So now that this is actually happening and I actually am getting fired, I have so many questions, and the boss could not tell me why. I could not get an answer. And there was 2 times that I asked and he still was just it's just not a good fit. Thank you for your time, that kind of thing. Was not a specific reason. And once I got in my car, tears just streamed on my face. I've had such an ordeal of a year, with my grandfather passing, with all these other obstacles that I've had to face besides that. This is just something that I did not need nor want. This was my security, this was my income, this is my food on the table, this was my gas in my car, this was clothes on my back. Losing a job, I've already experienced it in the pandemic, but so was everybody else, so I didn't feel so isolated. But now that it's just solely me, it's so personal. At least it feels that way. And I was angry, and I still am angry. I'm still pretty taken back and just really shocked that they had to do it in the ways that they did, that they couldn't have just warned me, or they couldn't have just written me up. There was no indication, no, we need to have a talk, nothing. It was just cut and dry, you're fired. And they allowed me to work for full 8 hours before bringing it to my attention. And that week I did make a mistake at work there, and the entire week, I don't know, I felt by the owners that there was something off. Like they just didn't treat me the same, and it was just kind of like, or almost like a sign, like what's happened. Like, I don't know, like maybe it was a sign, or maybe they were just having a bad week. I don't know, but either way, I was really hurt for being let go without any reason. Just such a shock. And I'm not even posting this video for advice because I don't even know how to overcome this, because it's something I've now experiencing. It's kind of like messing with my anxiety, my self-worth, my confidence in myself. Like, I'm just scared to start again. I'm scared to work again, because before I even got fired, I was afraid I was gonna get fired for making mistakes, and it ended up being true. I'm sure I did something to cause them to reconsider my employment, and they ended up making an ultimate decision. So like, that's where I asked the question, like, how much of it is intuition and how much of it is overthinking and anxiety? And this is like that weird sensation that like I was right about almost probably everything. Like, I was terrified of making mistakes because I was afraid I was going to get fired. And that ended up happening. And I don't know how I could have done better. I don't know how I could have improved. I don't know how. And when you're in a company that gives you that kind of anxiety, like, I guess you just have to just realize that it's just not for you. You just have to just put your foot down and just find something better, because you're only gonna make your emotional health worse. And that was my lesson. I was thinking about finding a new job anyways, because I just felt I was gonna get fired every time I made a mistake. And I could not communicate that to them because I was scared. I was scared to do that. I was scared to speak up. I was scared to voice my concerns about the whole training process. I was terrified. It was very stressful. It caused me to feel insecure more, or I felt more resentful towards my boss. I just felt stuck. It was not an easy job, but I learned so much, and I'm grateful that I've learned a lot in that short amount of time that I was there. The entire experience wasn't all that terrible. You know, there was moments where I got along with the boss. There was moments that I got along with everybody. If there was a bad day, like, the next day usually was better. But towards the end, like, I ended up crying at work. I honestly thought it was just because of my grieving process. I thought it was because I was just very, like, unable to, like, tolerate this kind of stress, just because I've been so extended, so strained with all these other things going on in my life. Like, so I thought it was me. I thought it was my fault that I was crying and I was upset. But all in all, I think what they said, that I'm not a good fit, they're not a good fit either. They're just not. I can't feel badly about myself because I didn't, pull myself together. Because I did. I would still come into work with a good mindset and a good attitude while knowing, like, I'm falling apart inside. I can't forget that I did that. I can't let this experience deter me from going forward. When I got fired, I did not want to even live in Colorado anymore. Like, I wanted to move back. I thought this place isn't what I thought it was gonna be. I'd rather just stick with Minnesota and be in my own neighborhood and know where I am, know who the people I see, because I just felt so rejected and I wanted to be with my family again. But I'm not gonna let that one dud of an employer stop me from pursuing my life. I know that Minnesota is not going anywhere and I can always visit, but this is my life here in Colorado. But yeah, I don't know, I just thought I'd just, like, voice my thoughts and everything. I really don't want to be unhealthy and just go in on my boss, because there's no point in being disrespectful. There's no point in pointing fingers, because not only will that probably catch up with me if I post this online, it's just not a healthy thing to do. At the end of the day, like, they're still human beings. I need to respect that. I don't want to be nasty online, even though I've really considered it. When I first initially got fired, I really considered about like bashing them online. I really did. But there's no point. I just wanted to post this video just because it is a part of my life and my journey in being in my 20s. I just thought it would be a video that I can reflect on when I, get through this. But right now, it's been tough. And it wasn't just my grandfather passing. Like, even before he passed, I was having a hard time with this job. And I just didn't know what to do. I thought I was losing my mind. I thought no matter what I did, it just couldn't get through. And I kind of lost myself. I guess being fired, even though I didn't want to be fired, it maybe had to happen. Enough is enough at the end of the day. I can only take so much. And I think I needed that. I just didn't like being fired. I don't wish it on anybody. Being fired, especially when there's no reason that they give you, is really hurtful and hard. And right now, currently, I'm unemployed again, and I need to find a new job. But right now, I'm gonna just maybe visit some family before I start working again. I really need to take all this in and just heal. So I hope that if anyone's watching this that has experienced something like this or has been rejected in any kind of way, you are seriously not alone. Like, I'm right there with you. No matter what instance it is, you can get through this. It will pass. Like, you have no idea what's in store for you. So please don't give up. Please, just reach out to your loved ones or talk to somebody online. I guarantee you someone's gonna listen. The reason I'm making this video is because I don't feel heard, and I want to feel heard by making this video. So if you feel like you're not heard, make a video. Do something that helps make you feel like you are heard, or make you feel like you are included, or you are a part of something. Like, do something that you love to do. When you finally give in to being happy and finally accepting what you will not tolerate, keep moving forward. And once you do, when you look back about the times that were really hard, you're gonna just be like, wow, like, that was a really hard time in my life, but look at me now. Like, I literally turned it around. And that's where you can really find your confidence and your self-love back. So if you found this video very helpful, or you related to it, please give it a thumbs up, just because I want people to find this video helpful for them, or just know that everyone's struggling too. So yeah, please feel free to like this video or subscribe. I will see you guys at the next one. Have a good rest of your night. Bye.